All right, it's time for some piano. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. It's Friday, it's time for children's piano, and we have a very, very fun lesson prepared today. We're going to be learning the second half of French Lullaby, okay? So, before we get started though, you know the drill, right? Go ahead and like and share this video, right? Let everybody know it's time for piano. Get your books, tell your whole network, tell your family, shout it from the rooftops. It's time for some lesson, okay? Next, if you don't mind, if you haven't subscribed, you can go ahead and do that now, right? Because that's super easy to do. You just hit the little red button down there, right? It says subscribe. Very easy to do. And now I'm supposed to be telling you to turn on notifications. So turn the notifications on too. The little bell sign, I think. So that way you know when it's time for piano. Since we have it on a pretty regular schedule here, it's important to know when it's coming up, okay? Very good. Next, join Discord, right? So our Discord server is the number one place to get that interaction with me and your peers that are learning piano too. It's a really fun place to hang out. We have all kinds of cool stuff going on Discord, including our piano play date coming up this weekend. So go ahead and join us on our Discord server, okay? The invitation link is located in the campsite down in the description of this video. And then finally, last but definitely not least, I am on Patreon, and I am so grateful for a platform like Patreon because that is where creators like myself can live, right? We can make a living out of doing the things that we love to do. And some news. This morning, early, I hit 100 patrons on Patreon. Woohoo! So I'm so happy and so excited because we have reached our very first public goal and we're moving on swiftly to our second goal. So I would love to have you join me on Patreon, supporting me on a monthly basis between $5 and $90 a month. All right? Take a peek and see what works for you. All right, my friends, it's time. Are you ready? Pull out your lesson book, all right? There we go. Turn to page 67, okay? We are so close to finishing our book, and I'm so excited because it's just a few more weeks, and you're finished. You finished the whole of level 1. So turn to page 67. We're going to go over our first 2 lines of French Lullaby, okay? All right, I'm so excited. Yay! And if you're joining live, say hi. It's so nice to get some comments every now and then. I know y'all are watching. It says the number in the corner of my screen. So if you want to say hi, that would be awesome. It gives me a little boost of confidence, okay? Now let's switch to piano view and play through those first 2 lines of French Lullaby, okay? Here we go. Now, in our French Lullaby, we are beginning in our G position, okay? And it's not low G position. It's our middle G position, okay? Not really middle. We'll call it new G position. So our pinky left hand is on our G below middle C. And then our right hand is in our regular G position that we know very well, okay? We are going to begin with a nice piano. I'm going to count off in 3, 4 times, and we will be playing the repeat, all right? So just the first 2 lines of French Lullaby. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Repeat. And there it is. We're going to stop right there. Oh my goodness, how did you do? Did you do a good job playing through that first part of French Lullaby? I'm sure you did really well, and if you couldn't keep up with me, that's okay too, because you're going to be able to play it with a little bit more practice, okay? Just keep your focus and keep going, following those parallel patterns in the right hand and the left hand, okay? But if you did get through it, I am so excited for you because we are going to be learning line 3 of this song, okay? But I will say this, line 3 really isn't the end of this song. We have a very complicated roadmap to follow for this song, and we will go over that today as well, okay? But the special thing about line 3 is this. We have a position change in the left hand, and that is like, it can be really mind-blowing to think that you have to move your left hand to a new position in the middle of a song. That's a big deal. So we're going to go through it together. Make sure that you're very aware of where you're moving to, when you will move there, and then how to move back. Oh, lots of stuff. All right. It's not out of your reach, though. I know you can do this. All right. So let's take a look here. I got my pencil. Do you have your pencil? Woohoo! Magic pencils. I need like special Izzy pencils with like poofs on the end or something. Maybe I'll think about putting that in like a store or something. Okay, so looking here, let's talk about that left hand position change. We are in G position here, new G position to start, right? Yes, but it's telling us at the end of line 2, it says after repeating, move left hand to C position. That's new. Okay, we haven't done that before. So we will be moving our left hand down. Look for that G and put your thumb on there, and you'll be in C position. But guess what? It's not just any C position. Let me tell you why. This song is written in the key of G major. So that means the F in your C position, it's not going to be a regular white key F. It's going to be sharp. So it's going to sound more like this. Hear it? Yeah, I'll play it going down. Listen. G, F sharp, E, D, C. Sounds kind of cool, right? Let me switch to piano view so you can see how I make the shift and move my finger to left hand, okay? I'm so proud of you. All right, so we're starting like where we were. The beginning of the song is in that G position, right? We have G, A, B, C, D, okay? Now, look for your C position, okay? I see my C down here. I'm gonna put my pinky there. And there's my G. I'm gonna put my thumb. So let me shift my hand. There it is. And then finger 2 is going to go up to that black key, F sharp. Here it sounds. Okay. Now how it would look with hands together, our right hand is not moving from G position. So I will leave my right hand in the G position while my left hand has shifted down. Now I'm going to leave my fingers here just for a little while, so in case you need to pause it and look at this again on the replay, you can do that, okay? All right, here we go for our friends. Okay, you got it? Very good. All right, so there you go. That's the new hand position for line 3 of French Lullaby, okay? So let's start looking at the actual notes now that we have our position, okay? So left hand itself, I am noticing we're playing some harmonic intervals, okay? I see that they've given us a finger 1 and 4 for the opening harmonic interval of a fourth. And then in the second measure of line 3, it moves, right? But not just any note moves. Only one note moves. I see that the bottom note of this chord stays the same. And there's a tie under it. That's a little weird. And then the top note moves from a G to a finger 2 on F sharp. Okay, it's kind of weird. Like, how are we going to be able to play one note of the chord with a tie and the other without? Let's figure it out, right? That's why you have me. All right, let's flip to piano view. I'll show you what happens with that left hand, okay? Here we go. All right. So I'm in that C position with my F sharp finger 2, okay? Now remember, at the beginning of line 3, it shows us with an opening 4th, G and D. But look, I'm going to keep that D pressed down, and then I'm going to move my thumb to my finger 2. Okay, do you see how that works? Let's do it again. You see, the D is still being held, okay? In total, you're going to hold down that D for 5 beats, okay? 5 beats, because we have a dotted half note, which is 3, plus a half note, which is 2, okay? So let's play those first 2 measures of line 3, left hand only, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. G, 2, 3, down to F sharp, 2, rest. Here we keep going. G and D, 2, 3, and an F sharp, 2, rest. Ooh, good. So it repeats itself, right? Now look at the end of line 3. OMG. Another repeat sign? What was the composer thinking? So we have a repeat sign at the end of line 3. But where do we go back to? Well, if you look at the beginning of line 3, there's another repeat sign there. God, they just put so many repeat signs everywhere. So this is telling me that after you play line 3 one time, you're gonna play it again. Okay, so draw a little arrow, a boing, and boing yourself back to the beginning of line 3 for a total number of playing line 3 twice. Okay? All right, good. Now let's figure out the right hand notes of line 3, okay? Let's give it a try. This one shouldn't be as tricky because we're still in our G position that we know really well now, okay? All right, so starting here with our line 3 of French Lullaby, let's find that G position first because I gotta find my spot or else I won't know what to do. Now they gave us a finger 3 to begin, and I see finger 3 is on a B. We're gonna be going up by steps and then down a 4th. So let's say our note names as we play. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. B, C, D, down to A, hold. A, B, C, D, down to A, hold, rest. Oh, let's play it again because there's a repeat. Why not? Boing, here we go. B, C, D, A, hold. A, B, C, D, A, rest. Ooh, that was pretty cool. Now, we know the left hand. We know the right hand. We could probably try to put it together, okay? You do notice also the right hand has a nice, like, slurs, groups of slurs for each little mini phrase. Make sure you're playing it nice and smoothly, okay? Yeah, remember, this is a lullaby. It's a lullaby, right? It's not like we're at a haunted house or something and someone comes behind a wall and goes, boo! No, that would be really bad. That wouldn't be a lullaby. That would be a nightmare. French nightmare. Oh my gosh. Sacre-bleu. Very good. So a lullaby, we've got to make sure it's smoothly connected so that it feels like a soft, sweet piece at the end of the day you would listen to, okay? Our dynamics are actually quite interesting on line 3 too, because it actually tells us the first time we play it, it's going to be forte. But the second time you play line 3, it's going to be back to piano, okay? So that's like really the only time that our dynamics change dramatically in this song. The rest of the song, it's just piano, the whole thing, right? But that first time you play line 3, make it a nice forte, okay? Let's try hands together, okay? You got this, friends. All right, here we go. Line 3. Oh my gosh, I have to find my spot. Let me see. Maybe you can find it quicker than me. You might be able to. Let me find my G above middle C. That's where my right hand goes. And then remember, left hand's down here in C position with an F sharp. Okay, let's count off and play it together. I'm going to do my best to do those dynamic signs too, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Rest. Now piano. So pretty. What a cool song. Okay, that's line 3. Guess what? At the end of line 3, this feels like the song that never ends, okay? There is a da capo al fine. Do you remember what da capo al fine meant? You do? Okay, good. Okay, so da capo, the cap, the top, to the top, from the top, the beginning. We are going to go back to the beginning of the whole song. And we're going to play again until we see the word fine, which means end in Italian, right? Da capo al fine, ai al fine, right? All the way to the end, right? So we'll play those first 2 lines that you know really well from last week once more, okay? Now it also says one thing here. In the middle of line 2, it says last time ritardando. Okay, so that means since this is the actual final time you play these last 2 lines, you're going to slow it down at the end, okay? It's to let your audience know that this really is the real ending, okay? What a cool song. It's long and it's very deceiving, right? You think, oh, it's 3 lines, no big deal. But with all the repeats, it ends up being 8 lines long. So if you can get through that, wow, you're a master. All right, let's play through this da capo. Okay, I'm going to play line 3. I'm going to pretend this is the second time I'm playing it. And then I'll do my da capo because we have to talk about how we move the left hand back to G position from that C position, right? We haven't even talked about that yet. So let's prepare ourselves. Find yourself at the piano with your right hand finger, 1 thumb on your G above middle C. Your left hand thumb will be on that G below middle C with your finger 2 on F sharp. Okay, I'm in my spot. Are you in your spot? Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to start with that 4th and that finger 3 be in my right hand. This is the second time. I'm pretending this is the second time that we're playing line 3, okay? And I'll teach you how to transition back to G position, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Rest. Now our left hand has to shift back up to thumb on the D, all right? Each finger has its own key, and we play from the beginning again. ritardando. Slow it down. Very good. Did you get the transition okay? Was it too quick? If it was a little bit quick, that's okay. We're going to try and do it once more so that you can move your hand just along the same time that I do it as well, okay? Let's do exactly what we just did once more, okay? You're doing fantastically well today, and I'm so proud of you. All right. Let's put that left hand back in that C position with the F sharp, okay? Here we go, starting on line 3, second time through. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Rest. Now we transition that left hand up, and we're back in G position. Here we go. Right? Now, a couple things about that last time that I played. I forgot to do the ritardando. I'm only human. I totally glanced over. I was like, I guess my brain didn't register it. So there will be a ritardando at the end of that, okay? Also, keep in mind that those transitions where you have to move your left hand positions, they need to be snappy. They need to be quick to keep that steady beat going, right? In learning and in teaching it here today, I took my time in moving my hand, okay? Only because I wanted you to be fully aware of where we were going and when we would be moving, right? When you're playing the whole song with all of those repeats and transitions, it needs to be in rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Transition. Ba da da 1, 2. Ba da 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 2. Repeat, right? And that's the idea. It's got to be a consistent beat throughout the whole song, okay? Are you ready to hear me play the whole thing? Okay, yeah, I'm excited. Hi, Oriane. I'm so glad that your mom commented. I'm so happy to see you watching live. Yes, I love seeing comments from my students. It makes me so happy. Okay, let's do French Lullaby, okay? This is what it sounds like the whole way through, okay? Listen carefully. And play along if you want to give it a try, okay? Okay. Here we go. G position. I've got my left hand pinky on my G and my right hand thumb on G above middle C. Here we go. Ready? With repeats, this is the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. And there you go. Isn't it pretty? It's such a pretty song. I hope you enjoyed that. It's going to be some work being able to play it all the way through with repeats without stopping, right? It's like one of those songs that helps you really build stamina, right? Stamina is that thing that keeps you going through something difficult, right? And not stopping until you reach the end of it, okay? I am so happy that we got to learn this song today. It's going to sound beautiful by next week, okay? Now, if you want me to listen to your progress and see how you're doing, make sure to record yourself playing your song on video, and you can drop it in your class channel on Discord, okay? Just ask mom or dad or the grown-up that's with you to record you playing your song, okay? You're going to do amazing. I already know. It's all inside of you. Very, very good. All right. Now, no theory for this week, okay? So, woohoo! No theory. No theory. But do catch up on those tetrachords, okay? Look up those tetrachords in your theory book if you need some extra help, okay? Very good. Now, quick reminder, I'm on Patreon. Oh, it's so wonderful. Patreon has been so great for this little teeny tiny studio that we have here, filled with such amazing people that have made that financial commitment to me to continue to bring these awesome lessons that I'm doing on YouTube. It is the best and greatest thing that I've ever tried to do, and I'm only as successful as you guys allow me to be. So keep spreading the word. Sign up on Patreon if it works for you, okay? Awesome. Now, I mentioned Discord, right? Just check out the link below in the description and you can join us, okay? It says hop onto our Discord server. That's where we have all the fun stuff happening, right? And where you get the feedback from me, okay? I'll see you there. And then last but not least, we've got subscribe, right? That's like the easiest thing you can do. Subscribing on YouTube helps me keep up with my metrics, and that's how I measure the success of my channel here. So if you like what I'm doing, subscribe so that you can make sure that you can keep up with all of those lessons, okay? Very good. Great. Okay, so we end every lesson with a music quote. Yeah, you know. You all are so funny. So we end with a music quote every week. And today's music quote is really kind of cool. It comes from the French short story writer, Guy de Maupassant. And this is what he says. A strange art, music, the most poetic and precise of all the arts, vague as a dream, and as precise as algebra. Yeah, he really knew what he was talking about. Music really is that art, right? It's got such a really good mixture of like raw creativity and math, right? It's like got math and even science in it as well, with sound waves and vibrations. It's a really nice like melding of the two. So it creates this really, really amazing and unique place where these things come together. So lucky you that you get to be a part of making that magic of music yourself, right? It's so much fun, and I'm so happy that you're here. I hope you enjoyed that quote. That was a really cool one. I might have to get that one on a shirt or something. A strange art. Yes, it's so strange and so wonderful. But we are all weird and special in our own ways. Thank you so much for tuning into our piano lesson today. I had a blast. Have some wonderful time this upcoming week practicing your French lullaby, and I will see you later. Have a lovely day.